Hey, this is Matt, and I'm now at the end of week 4 post-surgery. I recently completely tore the patellar tendon in my left leg, and I'm using these videos and documenting my recovery over this period of time. 2 reasons why, really. I think it's quite good and useful for me to be able to see just how much progress I'm making. I think it's quite easy to sometimes lose track of that. And second reason, if there is anyone else that watches these videos, then they might be able to find something that might help them through their journey. All recoveries and rehab processes are going to be different, but if they can find some similarity, then hopefully that would be of help to them. So as I said, I'm at the end of week 4, and quite a lot of progress has been made this week. Mentally feeling a lot better in myself. I'm still waking up in the mornings and I look at my knee and I think, how have I got to this? Like, how has this happened? It's really unbelievable still. But yeah, here I am, recovering slowly. I do wake up in the mornings in a fair amount of pain, and it's the first thing I think about. My sleep is still quite broken because I'm waking up in quite a bit of discomfort. I'm sleeping on my back at the moment, so that does get a bit uncomfortable, but it's one of these things I'm going to have to deal with for a little bit. At the beginning of this week, I went to the hospital, went to have another checkup with the surgeon. I've been going for these checkups every 2 weeks. It's only my second time there. I'm only at the end of week 4. But yeah, I'm going every 2 weeks at the moment for the foreseeable future. He had a look, made sure everything was fine. He watched me walk. I had been partially weight bearing. He told me to now walk with my entire foot flat to the ground. So I'm starting to work on full weight bearing now, which is great. Another step. And what else did he say? He added another 20 degrees of flexion to my brace, which was amazing, actually. Yeah, so I've gone up 20 degrees because the last time I went during week 2, they put it to 10 degrees, and then week 3 they told me I could manually put it to 20 degrees, and week 4 I'm now at 40. So again, more progress being made there, which is really nice. It's still quite painful. Once I get to about 35 to 40 degrees, it's still quite painful. It does feel like my knee is going to rip open, but the more I work on that, the better it will get. A lot of the progress this week has come from my physio session. On Thursday I went to the physio. I go to the physio once a week, and I get given a ton of exercises to get on with, and I just do those every day at home, constantly. So checked in again with him on Thursday, and we started to work on my weight bearing as well. We started to remove the crutches, and I was essentially relearning how to walk. So I'd be stepping forward with my good right leg and then stepping back with my right leg. So I'm not walking anywhere really, I'm just kind of stepping forward and stepping back. But as I'm doing that, I'm kind of working on the mechanics of walking and how my left foot should go really. So bringing up the toes and then bringing up the heel as well. Yeah, that was daunting, especially when he turned to me and said, right, I'm going to take your crutches away. My eyes were pretty wide, as you might expect, but it was okay. I was in a safe environment to do it, and yeah, a lot more confident with that. We then got out into the gym and got working on more of the walking with crutches and the stepping forward and backwards without the crutches as well. I have got some new knee bending exercises that I use this Swiss ball for. I also have a smaller inflatable ball that I have between my legs whilst I'm sitting on this larger ball, and that's just to help activate and start to redevelop the muscles of my upper leg. Got some clips that I'm going to put onto this video as well, just so you can see the kind of exercises that I've been working on.
Relax the hip, straighten the knee, toes up. I'm not going to get you walking properly yet, I'm going to get you to do this. Okay, for a week. Don't be so mechanical. Relax, relax. Go on. That's better. Good. Just open, only a little bit. Where you go? Go on. Good. And then heel up. Good. And then back. Knock out the knee. Bring the right step back. Step back further for me. It's because we want the toes to come up. We want it a lot. Good. Well done, mate.
One thing that I do find quite peculiar is how my mind seems to constantly be on my knee. As I've said previously, I'm waking up in the morning, first thing I think about is my knee. I go to bed, I'm thinking about my knee. At every point during the day, I'm just thinking about it. And what's quite odd is how I seem to zone out for a bit in conversations with people. I'll be there and listening to them, but then I just think to myself, I don't know what they said. What was it they actually said? And they're talking at me, but I'm just so focused on just this area of my body. And I mean, I'm sure that'll kind of stop or reduce over time, but yeah, it's you know, a massive part of my thoughts at this moment in time. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops over time with the use of these videos. But overall, I think a good week of progress. As I said, mentally really good, or better anyway. Still have those low moments as you'd expect. That's fine. I mean, I've got the support around me. My other half is great. So yeah, just keep kind of battling through that. And physically, I feel myself getting a lot stronger. I only have to think about 4 weeks ago and where I was there, or even last week where I was really struggling with starting to get the knee bending. But yeah, as I've mentioned, it's a journey, cliched, but yeah, it's a long journey, and I will get there at some point. It'll just take a bit of time. I'll check in again next week. See you then.